Hello, everybody. Potentially short stream, but I guess we're going to pick up where we left off. We're hoping that we figured out how to get things working. Looks like the mayor managed to, um, yeah, get our QC pipeline going, um, clean up the database in incremental. Yeah. Okay. All right. What's the current status? So, as a reminder, we're trying to finish our catalog ingestion. Once we have that, we should have enough entries perhaps to look through, look for patterns. We need to backfill mechanics across all the puzzles too, and that could take some time for sure. And then after we've done that, and potentially we need to have visuals, I guess, is the other weird thing that we haven't really covered yet. Right now, our catalog is stored in Markdown files, and they're not necessarily like multimodal inputs, and we don't necessarily have the ingester looking at whatever visuals are available to understand the visual similarity between different puzzles. Because I think about it like this, right? There are lots of grids of puzzles that are just like a piece of graph paper, say 10 by 10, and then there are some numbers that go in there. I mean, certainly like Sudoku, a 9 by 9 grid, it has extra bold lines and has rules, right? There are a lot of games that could feel really different depending on what the rules are, but they have exactly the same visual presentation. That's kind of weird, right? Um, all right. Okay, it's saying that we need to do the backfill of mechanics. Uh, um, you can take care of any unimportant email, important mail. Uh, yes, let's design the retro tag sweep. What happened on the vocabulary entries is that we did several define patterns and refine the formula, then ran the ingestion without intervention, and then accepted the rest without intervention. I imagine it will be similar, and we'll want to make a queue of 242 beads and start going through them, learn what we want to learn, and automate me out of the picture. Um, I still think a formula for finding mechanics might be useful and might even be incorporated back into catalog ingestion. Because in the future, when we want to ingest a new entry into our catalog, we're going to have the same problem, like where are the mechanics? All right, while it's thinking about that, we still got this logic puzzle to finish up. Honestly, not too attracted to that. And I think that we were in the middle of this. Yeah. So, no, my notation here is not much to be enjoyed. And I'm drawing on the background too, so it's not like I can like remove this color, which is kind of sucks. Um, maybe there is a way to erase a color. I haven't tried that yet. Okay, sure. Erase paintbrush. Hmm. Color adjustment curves. And then desaturate. And then this is 2 alpha. Blood fills. I think we understand. Yeah. It doesn't seem to have this feature that I want, which is pretend that I'm using a pencil and give me an eraser. Unless, is this an eraser? Wait, it's working. Kind of. Okay, unerase. And let's put back our 6. I think it kind of worked. It's probably not perfect. Like, it's doing something, sure. But what that is, I'm not exactly sure. Right? Because it has to figure out what the background is in order to erase to it. um, but that said, better than nothing, I suppose. Or maybe it's just getting harder and harder to read. I don't know. 5, 3. Okay, so we need to find our 6 somewhere on this line. We've got our 3 here or here. 1, 4, and 5. Certainly can't put the 1 here. Got it here or here. We only get 6, 7, and 8 here. Helpful info. Um, 7, 8, 8, 9. And this would be 7, 8. So actually, this can only be 6, 7. Oh, we've got two 7/8s though. So this would have to be a 6. Cool. 5, 4. This can only be a 3 or a 2. Very helpful clue. This is also a 2 or a 1. Cool. It's helpful because we're reduced to only having 3 numbers available for the rest of this region. Block, however you want to put it. 1, 7, and 8. There's definitely a 1 along the top. Okay. How's the mirror doing? Okay. Reading the spec confirmed my mental model. Remember, uh, it's just lying. It doesn't have a mental model. It maybe had an approximation, or it's talking about an approximation of an approximation. Very strange sentence. All right. Yep, each child is independently slingable. The formula is city level, so it's reusable. Why would it have to be city level to be reusable? Um, it's an antiquarian formula, right? So we'll ask about that. Okay, well, let's learn his questions. I think that's fine, tiered. Okay, why can't the formula be incremental rig? Only it seems scoped puzzles. All right. I don't totally like how the UI sort of pushes me to like, you want to kick things off, so you answer the questions. Then you're like, should I press go? What if you have something else to add? You should just be able to freely add whatever you want. Because I don't want to lose the decision points it's trying to make me make. Those are the best decision points it could come up with. All right. Interesting that this one only goes down. It has to go all the way down to 4. I guess it could be 7 too, couldn't it? 7, 8, 9. 7, 4. Well, this isn't as useful marking as I was hoping to make. So I thought 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1 would be pretty useful. But it's like this one. This can be anything below 6. Because there's a 6 in the line. Anything below 5. Not that useful. This one down here, it's it can only be 1 or 2. So funky. What does eraser mode actually do? It can't be 1 or 2, so it's got to be 3, 4. Maybe I should lower the size of the paintbrush too. Yeah, I think that's better probably. Um, this 7 hits this 7, 8. This is an 8. This has to be a 9. This has to be a 7, which puts a lot of downward pressure on this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So at most this is 1 or 2. Oh, that's good because we had a 1 or 2 in this line. That would be 3. This would be a 2 then. This would be a 1, a 2, a 1. Right, we said this had to be a 1 or 2, right? The 3, 4 markings are kind of old. Here we go. Okay, well that's helpful. We've got 7, 8, we've got 9, and we've got 5 and 4. Oh, we've got 1 and 2 occupied here, so this has to be a 3. This column. This is boils down to 1, 2. I think we already kind of tried to smear that. This 3 causes this to be a 4. We've got 2, 3 here, 1, 2 here, and 1, 3 here. Yeah. We got 9 here. That forces this 8. Same column. This 7. That forces this 8 right here. These would be 1 and 7 on the top. This one has to be 7 or 9, and this is 7 in this column, so it's a 9. We've got to get a 9 into this row. 4 and 5 is all we've got left here. 2, 3. Oh, the 7 can't be on this top row because of this 1, 7 thing. There it is. So we're left with 2, 3, 8 along the top. And 2, 3, 8 and 1, 7, 9 means we've got to get 6, 5, 4 over here, and this must be a 3. I guess it was the last number in that row, too. Okay. 2 findings from this is a weird mistake to make, right? Unless you don't really know what you're saying. There are 0 currently tagged entries. No mechanic tags. Yeah, we should fold in all of them. And let's see what it comes up with. We can always go back and change it. Like, it's easier to talk about a draft that we've already made. But if it doesn't give me anything, obviously I can't do that. This has to be 7-8 because of its column. I mentioned this is a 6-5-4, and this column only has a 6-5 left. I usually draw them, from low to high, but whatever. Here we've got a 1-2 and a 4 left. That actually means the 4 has to go here. And this also is a 5-6. This is also a 1-2, and that row has a 1. So there we go. We've got 5, 6, and 7. The 7's got to be on the left column somewhere. So this is also a 5-6. And it's 2-3-8 over here. Oof. That 3 was pretty rough. Don't know what happened exactly. Three, 8. Anyway, this is a sample from GM Puzzles. I don't know if we mentioned that before. All right. Yes. All the formulas are in the main city right now. There's a refactor epic that's going to put them in with incremental. We deleted our noise mail, that's fine. I think it's definitely picking like the super popular ones. Who knows? When I use something as an example, does that mean that it should be the canonical, seed? It's calling though. Draw a single loop is a country road. That's funny. Mark edges as walls. It's interesting how it is turning the rules and mechanics into visual. I don't know what Dutch loop means. I'm not sure what balanced loop means. That's okay. Tracing rays, shading cells, draw bridges between islands. Yep, it's fine. They're not clutter, they're work. um, let's just review the batch. I don't want to look at one at a time. See, if it gets 10 back, it can read them too, and it can provide me with suggestions. So. It doesn't take quite enough initiative for me, I guess is the real upshot of this. I may have mentioned this in the past. Like, there's definitely like a sort of constraint satisfaction way to um, fill out these puzzles, right? We're just going to fill in all of the numbers. I mean, it might be about time for this strategy. We fill in all of the numbers in every single square, and then we look for patterns and that kind of stuff. But it's more fun to just look for, insights. The place in the puzzle that has become brittle or is ready to fall over because, you're looking at the right thing right now. I think that's sort of what people talk about when they talk about like, no, making human authored puzzles that feel as though you're looking over the designer's shoulder and reading their mind, kind of. In some ways, I find that an admirable pursuit, and in other ways, I go, I don't know. I mean, oh, this is a 2 or a 3, so it actually has to be a 3. That was easy. 4, 5, 6, 7. We were really constrained by this thermometer. That leaves 1 and 6 on these rows, and we got a 6 over there. There we go. We have a 1, 3 down here, and a 1 up there. Got a 3 and a 2, and a 1 and a 2. Yeah. This is 2, 4, or 5. Just constrained by what's in the column. This 3 knocks out this 3, 8 right here. Gotta be an 8. And that leaves 2, 3 right here. This has to be a 2. The column. There we go. We've got just 2, 4, 5 here, but the 2 can't be down here. It's got to be 4, 5. That forces the 2 to be right here. This is a 4, 5. This column's almost done. Yep. The column and the region both agree. 4, 5, 9 is what's left. What's left here? Oh, 1 and 9. So the 1's got to be okay. Okay, that already happened. 4, 5, 1, 9, 1, 9. We're left with 6, 7, 8 here. I guess that was obvious. 7, 8, 6 here, and a 6 here. So we gotta have our 6 here. I assume it's still working on its epic, on the formula. Ah, this one's 7, not 1, 2. Just have to read that carefully. 1, 3, and 7. Oh, we certainly can't have the 1 here, so we gotta have the 1 up here. 7. There we go. The 1 was precluded by this 1 in the region. So we've got 3 and 7. Either one of those still works with the thermometer, but the 3 is already taken. So this is 7. And finish their thermometer, 8 and 9. That causes this to be 7, this to be 8, this to be 1, this to be 9. 3, 4. 4 eliminates here. 5 eliminates over here. Okay. What's left? We need a 4 on this row. It's got to go over here. And 9 for this region. 7 for this row. A 5 for this region. A 6 for this column. 5 in the region / row. And that's it. We're done, right? Cool. Pretty fun puzzle, right? A Sudoku with thermometers. A lot less given information. It's all symmetrical given information. Symmetrical about the center. Rotation symmetric. Okay. Looks like it figured out how to sling those to antiquarian. All right. Fun puzzle for sure. What is this not saved 60 megabyte thing? Really? We use 60 megabytes for just a blank piece of paper? This is more of a, we created this as like a, Slitherlink must visit all cells. It was the subject of that particular exploration. We were looking to see if we could look at the, I'm forgetting my guys' names already. The analyst is the one that tries to create a solver given a rule set. This is one of these were a couple of examples that it gave. Chocona, that was a fun, interesting, difficult Nikoli puzzle. And Corral was an interesting Nikoli puzzle for sure. All right, if we need more to look at, then we'll keep going forward from see. This is the logic puzzle list, but we were looking through the Nikoli catalog in order. Right, I think Creek and Dochi Loop were the next ones up. I don't know if we remember the rules for Creek though. I guess I should make one more folder here for World Puzzle Grand Prix. There we go. We haven't seen this one yet, I don't think. Okay, what are the rules of this? I see bubbles with numbers on a grid. And what's weird is when you click on Dochi Loop, then you come to the page for Creek. Something got messed up there. Blacken some of the cells or color the gray cells, either black or white. A number indicates how many of the 4 adjacent must be blackened. All white cells must be connected. Okay. So we'll want sort of a gray color and a, I mean, you could say black color and a white color. Or unshaded color. Right now they're all an indeterminate color, but because of the way the paper is set up, that indeterminate color is white. So we're going to have like unshaded red. Well, what did it say that all have to be connected? All white cells. Let's make that water. It's easier to remember. Unshaded is going to be blue. Maybe, how about this one? It seems like a nice one. So it's definitely unshaded here and here. Going to be shaded over here. Maybe we're going to increase our brush size quite a bit here. That's too much, but okay, something like that. Let's keep going. Unshaded, shaded. And I'm drawing in the background again. Maybe I should learn my lesson. We can't cut off the thing, the creek, so this is unshaded. Shaded. Shaded. This has got to be unshaded. It seems like anytime you have a 2 on the edge, that's fully shaded. You have a 1 in the corner, that's fully shaded. This one's been satisfied. Okay. So much for the easy part. Only one of these can be shaded. So one of these has to be shaded, one or both. Here's one. This is the first use of that cutoff rule. I need to shade 2 of these, but if I pick these 2, I'm going to cut off the water. So this is at least one of them. And we need to let the water get out. So that's this way. And this is the other shaded one. It's going to be mailing us. We wrote this molecule. We could go review it. That seems fine. Remind me what else is on the side table. If I were paying a lot of attention, fully locked in, you know, we read that like, what, 30, 40 minutes ago? But I'm just distracting myself with puzzles as usual. I'm looking for situations where like filling in this 3 will fully satisfy this 1, which will mean there's not enough to do the other one and that kind of stuff. This might be an example of that. If this one's colored brown, then this has to be blue on the other ones, but also crucially, this blue has to scoot out this way. So this brown has to come in to satisfy this 2 here. But we'll have a blue next to this 1, so this will be brown. So if this is brown, then all this water is going to get locked in. So it can't be brown, it has to be blue. If this one were blue, then this would have to be brown. This would have to be blue, and this would have to be brown. This would have to be blue. Yeah, I think there's something there, but this one's easier. We need to color 2 brown. We can't make it these 2, so this one. Oops. This one's got to be brown for sure. If this one were brown, then we'd have to get the water out by coloring both of these blue. And that's illegal. There needs to be at least one. So it's not brown, it's blue. This one is brown. All right. We need to get this water out. We need to get this water out. That's it for water around this 3. Need to get this water out. This 1 is satisfied. This 1 needs to be satisfied. If this were blue, then this would have to be brown. That would trap the water. We can't make both of these brown because that would trap the water. This 1 is satisfied. Now we've got to finish off this 2. All right. This 1 needs to be satisfied. Cannot block off the water between left and right. Go. Are we mostly mopping up at this point? Again, can't block off the water left and right. Yeah. Oops. There we go. That's our puzzle. I like the blue-brown. That was a lot of fun. Okay, wow. Um, yep. All right, looks like we've got probably 10, 15 minutes tops. Creek was cool. I liked Creek. It might be a little simple. I don't think that we had any really difficult inferences there. It looks like the next one is going to be Dochi loop. Yeah. Draw a single closed loop. Doesn't necessarily pass through all cells. They run in between the centers as usual. It must pass through all white circles, yes, and not any black circles. Within the region, it either has to do turnies through white circles or straights through white circles, but it can't do both. All right. It doesn't necessarily go through, but it does have to go through say the white. Has to go here because of this black dot, can't go through, and it has to turn inside the region. So we're in a corner. Now it could turn out this way. There's no rule that says that it can't. This one is interesting. Oh, okay. So when we go through this white one, we can't turn. It has to be straight. That has to be true for this white circle as well. It has to be straight. For practical purposes, what that means is that this has, two blockers on each side. It's got a curve like this. This one can't intersect the line or the black circle. And this one's got a turn. This one also has to go through straight due to that black dot. We can't go straight like this because that would close a loop, and we can only have one loop. It implies that we're going to have to curve because we can't go straight the other way. And curving means that the line has to come up through here. Similar for this one. This line is going to have to come up through here to curve. And this one. If both of these curved, then we'd be forced to close the loop early, so they have to go straight. Since we've got a curve here, we've got curves. I think we knew we had to do curves everywhere. Can't close early, so we continue. Now we're just kind of searching for the solution, but we can't go down this way because that would cause a premature loop closure. We gotta go like this. There we go. Somewhat similar to the pearls puzzle, but a little bit different. That's fun. It's like pearls. Which refactor can we do that won't disturb the antiquarian? Incremental becomes a pack. Some of these refactors have to be done all together. We have to be able to import the puzzle. It has to be at that rig. It has to declare its, dependencies and so on. it seems like let's chat about this. Certainly how I would do it. We could set up incremental as an importable rig by copying over all the artifacts we need as an importable act, excuse me. Copying all over all the artifacts we need, agents, formulas, further notes, etc. Then we could try to include the ACK in tutor and compare the agents we get from the city with the agents we get from the puzzle namespace. How does that sound? Then all we have to do is, get rid of the duplicates in the city. Let's see if it agrees. Okay, so it's happy with that. It's time for me to get going soon, do some errands. But yeah, hopefully this has been fun to see me slowly creating a puzzle company. But yeah, hopefully we'll have more time today. But if not, I hope you enjoy your day. See you.